Going on, everybody? This is the first video episode of Ronix right now. Thank you all who have been tuning in with us on the podcast. But today we decided to finally see what we do and how we do this and how we discuss our sports. As you can see right there, we are doing an NBA playoffs and play-in tournament preview this evening. And Nick right here is right beside me. Nick, how you feeling this evening?
Terrific. Sorry for the delay, everybody. Our platform was giving us, a hard time, but we up and running now.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely are sorry about that. Just trying to figure out the technology of this thing, but we are definitely good to go, and we're definitely set, man. But we do have our guest who's been with us multiple times, but you definitely have probably seen him. You definitely have seen him before. You've seen him on the road, probably doing interviews. Anything else, Nick, that you've seen him?
Definitely on television.
Definitely on television.
Definitely on YouTube.
Yes.
Definitely on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Definitely on Instagram. Definitely on TikTok.
Yeah, the TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Chris Wallace. Chris, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, man, but definitely not on drugs. How about that?
So just give you heads up. So, Chris, what do you think about this evening, man? Let's see. There's going to be interesting playoffs this year, but let me discuss a few things first before we get started. Guys, this is going to be a totally different NBA postseason, okay? First and foremost, it's going to be a play-in tournament this year, okay? It's going to be with a 7 and 8 seed. The 7 and 8 seed this year, it's the winner of that game is going to play the 2 seed, okay? All right, we're going to get to that in a second. And after that, you have the 9 and the 10 seed, okay? Now, the 9 and 10 seed, the winner of that game will have to go visit the loser of the 7-8 matchup. The 10, whoever loses that 9-10 game is gone. Period. Simple as that. So we're definitely looking forward to the postseason. And like I said, we're going to explain all that. We're going to explain it right now. And we're going to start with our biggest game, definitely by far this not the postseason, but the play-in tournament. We're going to start with the Warriors and the Lakers. Yes, it'll be Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Definitely the biggest game of the play-in tournament by far. As you see in DraftKings, they are a 4.5 point favorite. Okay,
Who?
The Lakers.
Okay.
You know they are, Nick. You know they're a 4.5 point favorite.
Okay.
All right. But it's definitely going to be a great game. Obviously, we have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the defending NBA champs in the play-in tournament. Who'd have ever thought?
Me?
No, you did not. Because of the fact they were injured. Now, look, Anthony Davis did have a calf and Achilles injury. And, of course, LeBron had a high ankle sprain because Solomon Hill dived into his leg. Let's be honest there. That's exactly what happened. Okay? And don't get started. Don't get started. But they are now back and healthy, supposedly. We'll see how good and healthy they will be come Wednesday night. LeBron did tweak his ankle a bit, but yes, he did. He tweaked his ankle a bit last night, but everything's gonna be fine. Okay, everything's gonna be fine. He will return. He will not miss this game. And obviously they're going up against the scoring champ, Stephen Curry. Yes, he has been lighting these people up. He had another 40-point game last night.
Oh yes, I know.
11th 40-point game last night, and he's this scoring champ. This is definitely going to be a huge game in the play-in tournament. And the winner of this game will take on the 2 seed Phoenix Suns in the first round. So, Chris, we're definitely going to start with you, since you're definitely the biggest Lakers fan on the planet. Who you think? What do you think the outcome will be in this game?
Let me start by saying this: Steph's season, the talent that just, the Steph slander this all season was so high, and people to be exposed this year, and all he did was come out and win the scoring title, drop those. He had, the month of April, I think he averaged almost 40 a game in the month of April by itself. Man, Steph is just ball, and I've never seen a player we've never seen a player like Steph. I'll say this: so Jokic is going to win MVP this year. Steph is the real MVP of the league this year. He literally did everything. He carried that Golden State Warriors squad when they have names on the back to those jerseys. Like, we don't know these cats. And then they're starting guys like Keith Moore and Kevon Looney, and that's not throwing shade at them. That's just a man who's 6'2", 6'3", this squad to a place where no one thought they would be. All that said, I think the Lakers' size, the fact that they have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Golden State doesn't have anyone to match it with them, and the fact that the Warriors have Oubre's not going to play, Wiseman's not going to play, Eric Paschall, he may or may not. Looney's been hobbling around. I don't think Golden State has enough to beat the Lakers. So I'm gonna say, and I say the Lakers win, even if Curry, erupts and goes for 45, 50 points. I just don't think there's not for Golden State to win that game. But man, they have a puncher's chance. And that's all you ask for. That's the purpose of this brilliant idea by the NBA.
Yeah, I'm glad to see somebody thinks it's a great idea for sure. I mean, it's going to stick around. Personally, I think the fact that we have the Warriors and Lakers in a play-in tournament is going to stick. Nick, first of all, there's your point spread there by DraftKings, 4.5 points. First of all, do you like that point spread? Do you think the Lakers will pull it off, or do you think the Warriors are going to go ahead and rise?
I think that's a little, I want the Lakers to lose because I want my prophecy fulfilled. You understand? I called it earlier about the Lakers falling apart, and right now it's looking just like I called it. So I need for them to continue the downfall. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. LeBron and AD then came back looking like their old selves. The Warriors, depending on the Warriors X factor to me is going to be Andrew Wiggins. That's going to decide if they're going to win the game or not against the Lakers. Draymond, he's going to give you a triple single or maybe a triple
he's had
triple
a
entendre. What? Huh?
He's had a triple double.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? He may do something here and there, but the X factor for the Lakers is AD. As long as he ain't laying on the floor,
right,
the whole game, they got a chance. If he's laying on the floor in the fourth quarter, it's over. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Every game, he's grabbing at his ankle, grabbing at his arm, leg. I said, man, I ain't never seen a superstar lay down on the ground in a game as much as AD. But he getting paid.
He is getting paid, yes, absolutely.
So I'm gonna go with the Lakers. I just feel like LeBron's gonna make sure that thing is wrapped up. By any means necessary. Steph Curry, I agree with Chris, he's probably gonna erupt for 40, 45. But if Andrew Wiggins don't give you 20, 25, they're gonna be playing the 9 and 10 seed.
Right. Well, I'm gonna say this. I definitely think the Lakers are gonna definitely win this game. I just don't see LeBron and AD, but as long as they're healthy enough, and his obviously the supporting cast play good enough defense, and they figure out a good way to stop Stephen Curry, because that's the thing, they have to obviously stop Steph. And I do like the point spread too at 4.5. I think the Lakers will actually fulfill that. I think they will beat them by more than 5. And I know that says a lot, but the Lakers are at home, and I think they'll be definitely up and ready for this challenge, and for them to go to the playoffs and get as much rest as they need to get started for the first round this weekend. Real quickly, Spurs and the Grizzlies.
Yeah, let's make this real quick.
Yes. Spurs at the Grizzlies. This will be the first game on Wednesday in the Western play-in tournament. Grizzlies are a 4-point favorite against the Spurs. Like I said, Grizzlies played well, I thought, on Sunday. They did come back against the Warriors on Sunday with a 7. They were down 17, but they did come back. But of course,
okay, we already know where we're going, Chris. Your pick. No need to even explain, Chris.
Grizzlies are going to win this game. This feels like the end of an era for the Pop's last hurrah, and it feels like the end, and so a lot actually.
Your thoughts on
I hate to say it, but I agree with Chris on this one. It's the end of an era.
yeah.
I mean, he got this team as far as they could go. And it's time to rebuild. I don't know where DeMar's going to go, but yeah, it's time to rebuild the Spurs. I don't know if Greg Popovich is going to stick around for that, or he may take a leave of absence and come back and work with another team, but he might hang it up and let somebody else step up to the plate and coach. I mean, he did a fantastic job with the Spurs. You know, that franchise has been top echelon, you know, for a long time. But yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
it's gonna, you know, John Moran is gonna eat up Derek White and
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks gonna lock down DeMar. You know. I mean, I dare anybody to name the starting five for the Spurs. Anybody.
DeMar DeRozan, White, and I know there's a few more.
Yeah.
Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili.
Right.
The Amaral.
All right. So pretty much there. Okay. So then the Grizzlies would, I guess, the Grizzlies would then have to play the Warriors. Who would get that 8th seed?
Warriors.
You think it'll be the Warriors? The Grizzlies get that Golden State. Chris, what do you think?
I think it'll be a lot tougher than you think. I think the Grizzlies play Golden State well.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, had Dylan Brooks not, we might be looking at a different outcome in that game.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
And I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna be the crazy. I'm gonna go Grizzlies. Actually, I think they're gonna pull it off, and I think Steph Curry's season is. I'm serious now. I know this is crazy, but I think Steph Curry's season could actually end in that matchup. If I don't, I know it sounds crazy, but I gotta go bold. Somebody's gotta get bold here, and it's gonna be me in this case. I don't want to see Steph Curry. Personally, don't want to see Steph Curry out, but in this case, I think the Grizzlies will learn their lesson from the last time. Okay, simple as that.
All right, fair assessment.
Yes. All right. Now let's get to the eastern part of the play-in tournament. Obviously, let's go to the first game before we go to the one I'm anticipating. But we're gonna go to this one first. So everyone down in North Carolina. Yes, unfortunately, the Hornets did lose to the Wizards, but they are the 10th seed, but they have to go on the road to take on the Pacers. And Pacers are a 3.5-point favorite. Now, Hornets, obviously, they have the mellow ball. This is a big stage for him for his age. He's definitely a rookie of the year candidate.
No, rookie of the year.
He's rookie of the year. Huh?
Easy. No disrespect to Anthony Edwards.
Period.
And then we got to go. Obviously, we got to go. The Pacers. Pacers had a rocky year. They've had a rocky year. TJ Warren didn't play this year. Obviously, he had surgery.
The ghost of Nate McMillan.
Yes. Yeah, Nate McMillan. Yeah. Nate Jorgren, I believe. Jorgren. I try to pronounce that as well as possible.
You don't need. You ain't gonna remember him after this year.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone. He is definitely gonna be gone. Yeah, he's done after this year, man. Yeah, they really lost it unfortunately when Nate McMillan was gone. But yeah, man. But I'm gonna make the first prediction. As much as I would like to say Hornets here, I think it's gonna be actually a closer game than 3.5, though. I'll say that. But somehow, some way, I may regret this one. I'm gonna go Pacers, but I may regret that pick. Nick,
Go. Let Chris go. I'll go after Chris.
Yeah.
I'm saying the Charlotte Hornets, man. You know, I mean, the Hornets, they, you know, this is interesting, man. You know, season, right? You know, but I don't know what to attribute that to. You know, but just for the sake of exciting basketball, Hornets beat the Pacers, and I just think the Hornets have the talent to beat the Pacers. So I'm gonna go with the Hornets.
I'm going with the sexy pick. I'm going with the Hornets.
Hornets, okay.
Yeah, man. I like to see LaMelo, Devontae Graham, Scary Terry, you know, pull up and beat the Pacers. Let's just go ahead and put them out in misery, man. You know what I'm saying? Just put them out in misery. You know, 1, 2, 3, can't go.
Yeah. You got to get Jorgen out. Jorgen out, yes.
The Hornets have 2 plays from this season. Is LaMelo's underhanded pass, that was just ridiculous. And then the second one was when Miles Bridges dunked on Clint Capella. See that?
Oh, that was disgusting.
It was nasty. That was nasty. Yes, it was.
Say your whole life, man. Dunked on your whole life.
Oh man! Now for the interesting one, kind of a bit of an interesting one, because it's been a bit of a down year for their standards for the Celtics. Been a bit of a down year. They are 2-point favorite against the Wizards. The Celtics, of course, obviously will not have Jaylen Brown for the rest of the season with wrist surgery, which really sucks for them. But Jason Tatum is going to definitely be on him now, and obviously Evan Fournier and Kevin Walker will definitely have Kemba Walker. That's exactly what I said. Kemba Walker will definitely have to step up and help Tatum. And of course, the Wizards, you have the Triple Crown King, Russell Westbrook, and the second leading scorer, Bradley Beal. He did have hamstring issues, but he looks like hopefully he will be 100% for this game tomorrow night. Nick, I'm gonna go with you with this one. Celtics are 2-point favorite. What do you think is gonna happen in this game?
I don't know. I don't know, man. That's our job to decide who's supposed to win or not. But it all relies. The Celtics. It all depends on Kemba Walker, and with the Wizards, I hate to say it, put it on Russ again, but it's all on Russell Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
As great as Russell Westbrook is, with all the accolades and stats, he'll shoot you out of the game in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And if Kemba, if he don't start off hot, it's kind of end of the road for him.
Mm-hmm.
Stat pattern.
Oh, come on.
So I'm gonna keep it. I've been rambling on. I'm gonna start doing like Chuck now. I'm gonna go Celtics.
Gonna go Celtics.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Chris. It's on you. Who think's gonna win this game?
Okay, so as I say, man, Russell Westbrook, triple doubles aside, he just in a basketball game at the end of a game that you're like, dude, you don't shoot. What are you doing shooting these off balance ridiculous looking? Like if you go back and you look at when he was playing with Kevin Durant and one lead in 2016 against Golden State, it was Russell Westbrook that. And I'm like, yo, you got this dude. No one on that team can go take these shots. Anyways, a part of me wants to see Russ versus KD in the first round of the playoffs, right? But it's not going to happen. Russell Westbrook can get out of his own way and realize that this is Bradley Beal's team. And let Bradley Beal carry that. I'm going to say that as disappointing as the Celtics have been this year, Boston is going to beat the Wizards.
I'll say this. I've seen the Wizards. I mean, we've seen two things that has trended this year. The Wizards playing in close games and on the road, and somehow they blow it. Somehow. And I know they did win a couple of close overtime games, but I've seen them lose close games on the road way too many times. And also the Celtics, we've seen the Celtics get a we have seen the Celtics. We have definitely seen the Celtics go be pretty much trailing sometime at home, and then they find a way to come back, either win the game or lose close. So here's the thing. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to stick with that trend. The Celtics are going to beat the Wizards. I think Tatum will. I don't think the Wizards will have. They're not going to stop Tatum. They have nobody to stop Tatum. I think Tatum has got to be the guy, obviously in the playoffs, but he will have to definitely be the guy in this game. I think it will be the Nets and the Celtics in the first round.
That's a good analysis there, because the Wizards front court is washed.
Yeah,
them guys can't guard a soul.
No, they can't. No, not at all.
No disrespect.
No disrespect to the.
But disrespect.
So then it would be the Wizards and I guess I would say I'd definitely pick the Wizards. Pacers. I would then pick the Wizards after that to play the Sixers. That's just me. Now, you two pick the Hornets, so the Hornets would then play the
Wizards.
The Wizards, and that would be in DC again. So who would win that one?
I don't know. I have to give it to the Wizards. I don't think Russ gonna let him. He might play him out the seventh seed, but he go play him out the eighth.
Right.
But if Bradley Beal gets hurt, it's all she wrote.
Yeah. All right, Chris, what's your thoughts?
What Nick just said, yes, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, man. So, all right. So we're gonna get to oh boy, now we're gonna get to the interesting part because Nick is gonna be hyped up about it, but I didn't make a certain graphic for his team for this particular one. But the Brooklyn Nets are the 2 seed.
Oh, yes, sir.
Are the 2 seed in the playoffs. Okay, we're gonna get to the other series in a second, but we gotta talk about the Nets. Okay. Now, number one, first of all, your boys, KD, Harden, and Irving, they've only played 8 games together.
Okay.
They've only played 8 games together.
Right.
Now, I don't know if the chemistry, we'll figure out if the chemistry is gonna be good or not.
All right.
But but okay. But listen to me. Do you think your Nets, and the Nets are the favorites? By the way, I am going to pull up this stat.
Pull it up.
I am going to pull up
Pull
this.
Up, please.
I'm going to pull this. Let's just pull up right now from
man.
DraftKings. These are the favorites here. At least the top 6 are the favorites. Okay. You have your Nets, who are the favorites at plus 240. In other words, if you put $100 in on the Nets, you'll get $240. I feel like that's good. And then you got your Lakers at plus 400.
Wow.
Yeah, despite the fact that the Lakers are.
All right.
Yes.
Go ahead. Continue.
Sorry. We'll get to it later. Despite the fact that they are in the playing game. Yes.
Yes. Continue.
They are the second favorite plus 400. Then you see the rest of the numbers there. We'll get all that later. But Nick, do you think your Nets are going to win that NBA title?
Absolute cooking them. They're gonna cook the whole playoff tournament, conference, finals. Whatever.
Oh my God!
Long as KD, James, and Kyrie don't get hurt, we in there. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, more likely James Harden doesn't even get hurt.
Yeah.
So that's the X factor. Okay. All right.
Well, let me tell people that KD did have. Obviously, he had some issues with his hamstring, and he did have a couple of cases of contact tracing with COVID that had stopped him. James Harden was out for a while with a hamstring injury, and Kyrie Irving had personal reasons and injuries all over the place.
I'm putting this man business on Front Street, right? So what? personal reasons. Understand me? Mm-hmm. He gets the job done.
Oh, is that right?
That's all that matters.
All right.
Didn't you show that at Duke? He wasn't there.
Okay. Chris, what do you think about the Nets' chances in the in the playoffs?
First of all, secondly, man, as much as Nets have a great chance to win it all, but I think the X factor is actually Kyrie, and I say that he focused on basketball, and not all of this other stuff like going on and this media. I don't want to talk to you type of stuff that I don't, man. And listen, if Kyrie can't focus on basketball, they can't win a title. I just think that he's key to that title. I think the most important player per se is James Harden, but Kyrie, his mentality, his focus has got to win. And I've been saying that all year long, that I think Kyrie has the ability to break that team apart, are able to gel and come together and win a title. But like talent aside, man, God, they just look good. And like, Jeff Green been hooping. Like, where was this at? Dunking and doing all kinds of stuff.
He's trying to save his hair, strengthen his hair.
Right.
Wait, bro.
Hey man, listen. Hey, he's trying to hold it together now. He put something on there. He holding it down now. Jeff holding it down. He keeping something in there.
Right.
It's on. It's holding. It's holding.
Right. Oh.
And Senior Blake Griffin, he's gonna be fantastic.
Oh, is he? Okay. My X factor is definitely James Harden, for sure. I think he's gonna make everybody better on the court. That's just my X factor. KD obviously is gonna be KD, and it's good to see him in the postseason, obviously.
Slim Reaper.
Yep. So I mean, for me, I'll give you my finals pick in a second. I don't know that they definitely have a chance, obviously, to win it all. Obviously, with the offensive talent they have, they're going to score at least over 115 points, at least over 150 points or 20 points every night.
20. Easy.
Okay, now let's go to the more Eastern Conference. Oh boy, we got to do this one. We got you know what? Since we're in the New York state of mind. Oh boy, I'm sorry, Chris. We're gonna do this one.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Woo! Woo! I tell you what, the New York Knicks, buddy, baby, is back, baby. We back, baby. I'm tired. You know, it's been a long, long time.
Oh my goodness.
You know, it's been mental abuse being a Knicks fan, and we finally don't look crazy this year.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Right, we in there.
Oh my goodness.
Number 4 seed. 4 seed. 4 seed. Understand me? You know, Julius Randle's going to be all NBA. All right.
Oh boy.
Okay. So I'm going to give my prediction. They're going to sweep the Hawks.
Oh,
so
they are.
maybe not sweep them, but they're going to beat the Hawks.
Oh boy. You know, let's just talk about Julius Randle for a second. Julius Randle did lead the Knicks this year in points and assists and usage. I don't know about the usage part.
Oh, yeah.
They average over 24 points and over 10 rebounds per game.
Yeah.
Okay. Randle now,
yeah.
in all 3 victories against the Hawks this year for the Knicks, Randle has had 40, 44, and 28 points against the Hawks in those games. Okay. And the Knicks have held their opponents to under 100 points 24 times this year. They do have the best defense in the league that allowed only 104.7 points per game. Okay.
Well, preaching over there. Go ahead. Keep reading, Pastor.
But as for the Hawks, okay. Now the Hawks, obviously, they start the season 14-20, and they had to fire Lloyd Pierce's ass. Get him out. He was horrible. He was not good enough to be a coach. I don't care. Yes, I just cussed. I don't care. He needed to go. And then when Nate McMillan definitely stepped in to be the interim coach, the team went 27-11 since then. Okay. Simple as that. This will be a good series. I don't think it'll be as short as you think. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm getting ready to say this out loud. But I'm gonna go Knicks in 6.
My God.
Oh, I can't believe I said that.
I tell you, brother. I mean, I just don't understand how folks just hate these teams.
I'm just telling you now because I think there's a good X factor there. Derrick Rose, I think, has been a very good acquisition.
Hall of Famer
for y'all.
Derrick Rose. You put some respect on that man's name.
Oh my God. And then you know, obviously got some other good role players. You might as well say them all.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I say them all. Nerlens Noel, even though he lost that money, he gonna get a nice little check this year after the season. Nerlens Noel. We got it too. Okay, we got RJ Barrett. Okay, Reggie Bullock. You know, he showed up from time to time. Alfred Payton every now and again. Frank, you stay on the bench. I don't need you out there, Frank. I ain't gonna say your last name, but you know who you are. Stay where you at, man. All right, Frank.
It's all about the ones that's playing. That's really legit.
Okay. Mitchell Robinson.
You know that.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Alec Burks. That's our X factor. Alec Burks.
Yeah, he's been playing well lately.
I'm surprised Philly and Golden State let him walk or let him go because he can fill it up quick. So yeah. And Kevin Knox, man, I see you somewhere else next year, B.
Chris, who do you think is going to win this series?
Knicks. Knicks in 6. And I can't believe that I'm saying that either. But I think that the Knicks X factor is Alec Burks. I think Derrick Rose is, he's just sort of resurrected his career. And like, there's a part of me. So I was just said I have 5 players, that I just absolutely love to watch play basketball. NBA history. Obviously, y'all know Steph, y'all know Clay, y'all know MJ, and the 5th is Derrick Rose. I just love watching Derrick Rose play, man. And I just something with Tibbs brings out the best in Derrick Rose. So I see the Knicks in 6, and I think that Derrick Rose will be the X factor.
But I'm glad y'all see it my way.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
But people gotta put respect on Derrick Rose's name if they haven't done so yet, man. Before that knee injury, if you saw this man play in Chicago, we saw him live in a playoff game. That man was Russell before Russell.
All
right?
Listen, he's the most point guard. Like I think that Derrick Rose was on his way to probably being a top 10.
Man, listen, man. I'm just glad to see that boy playing well, man. That's just me. I'm just glad.
Goran Dragic in Phoenix. Whoo, boy.
Yep.
All right. Now we're gonna get a big Eastern Conference series. But we're going to West Coast. We're gonna go to a big one here. Well, actually, you know what? Before we do that, we're gonna go to the Sixers, because the Sixers are gonna try to attempt something they haven't done in 20 years. That was the AI era. Obviously, when they played the Lakers, they lost to them in 5 games. Sixers are going to try to do that. They're going to try to go to the NBA Finals for the first time in 20 years. And yes, they will be led by Joel Embiid. Obviously, Doc Rivers is his first year in Philly, a much-needed coaching upgrade for sure. But here's the deal. Can the Sixers go to the NBA Finals? Nick, I'll start with you.
Yep. Yep, but they they got to pass my Knicks first, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It might not be something happens to Julius Randle. Okay, then yeah, I see him going to the finals.
God.
You know what I'm saying? We'll give him that.
Oh my God. Okay. Was that your final answer?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Chris, go ahead. What do you think about the Sixers' chances going to their first NBA Finals in 20? Matter of fact, they haven't even been to East Conference Finals in 20 years either. But anyways, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, no, I think they have a great chance. They have favorable matchups coming up. Is the Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion, this year. And Joel Embiid finally got serious about basketball. And you're right, Doc Rivers was way the biggest upgrade that the Sixers made. So yeah, the Sixers can get there.
Yeah, for me, I think they can as well. It's all up to Embiid for me, man. Like I said, he's been taking his basketball craft very seriously for me this year. I know he was injured at some point, but he definitely has played well. I think this has been one of his better seasons. I think they definitely have a good chance. They definitely have a good chance for sure. Now, let's talk about a big Eastern Conference because this is a rematch from the bubble. And it took 5 games to eliminate this squad. We're talking about the Bucks and the Heat. Woo! This will be a big one here, okay? Because the Heat embarrassed the Bucks last year in the bubble, okay? Took them 5 games, and the Heat won the first 3 games. Game 4, Bucks didn't win in overtime, and then the Heat just put them away in Game 5, okay? But there's a difference this time, and that difference is Drew Holiday is the point guard this year, okay? That's the big difference from this year's team. And yes, in a trade, and yes, he did sign the extension, 4-year extension. He could go up to $134 million. And his player option is $37 million in 2024-25 season. He's not leaving. He's not leaving. And Chris, I'm going to start with you. Oh, wait, before I do that, Mike Budenholzer, I think I said his name right. It's going to be a big year for you. A lot of those reports are you in the hot seat, depending how far you go here. And this is a threat. The Heat are a threat. The Heat are a threat. Simple as that. Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero. He was injured, but he's back. Duncan Robinson, you got pretty much about the same cast as last year. Chris, I'll start with you. What do you think will happen in this series with the Bucks and Heat, and will Drew Holiday even matter for this series?
Man, listen, I love the additions of Drew Holiday and PJ Tucker for Milwaukee. I think they were Giannis to do a little bit less this year, which I think bodes well for Milwaukee. But, and this is, the Miami Heat were the worst possible draw for the Milwaukee Bucks. I think it's going to be much at Miami, the way that they scheme, like the way that, Eric Spoelstra schemes and how tough those players are and how, good they have the defense to contain Giannis. And there's really not many other people on the court who threaten you. So I'm doomed for Milwaukee. It's going to be Miami in 6. And a first round exit with Giannis Holiday just having signed this new extension. I think Coach Bud is out after the season, and I think there's some about maybe trading Giannis, and not necessarily that the Bucks want to trade him. But I think that Giannis is going to look at the landscape and be like, man, when you look at Brooklyn's gotten better, Philly's getting better, the Hawks are coming, the Knicks are coming. I think this is the Milwaukee Bucks as we see them. Miami is beating them. I put money on that.
I mean, we'll be underdogs in this series for sure. In game 1, the Bucks will be a 6-point favorite, at least for game 1. Nick, what do you think about this series? Do you think Jrue Holiday will make a big difference for this team this time?
Yeah, I actually got the opposite opinion of Brother Wallace. Brother Hollywood, as you may say.
Yes, and let me just say this before we get started. He did a good job against Giannis last season in the bubble. Their schemes were definitely perfect against him. But yeah, Nick, go ahead.
Jrue Holiday was an excellent upgrade to Eric No-Show Bledsoe. I'm Eric. I'm sorry to call you out, baby, but you would have come to playoffs, baby, playboy. You don't show. I don't watch it a few times. You let Kyle Lowry cook you, man. Kyle Lowry.
Here we go.
Kyle Lowry cook you, man.
Jesus. Oh,
hey, put some respect on his name. Champion Kyle Lowry.
Kawhi Leonard. Anywho, enough of that. I'm all over the place right now. I think it's gonna be the Bucks in 6. Reason being because if you ever been embarrassed and you're supposed to be the favorite to win stuff, that stuff you don't forget that stuff, man. It's like that's like getting played in front of a crowd of people, and you trying to holler at your favorite girl, and that girl be like, ew, ew, get out of here, ugly. Ugly man. You like, I'm gonna show that. I'm gonna show her ugly. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a whole nother series. PJ Tucker. I just think the Heat they're doing good. They coming together strong, but I just think it's not gonna be the same outlook. The bubble, you was able to sit down and stay in the same place and practice all that stuff. Now you got to do a little traveling. I just think the Bucks is going to take care of business in 6.
This is definitely the hardest one for me as far as the first round, because I think it'll go 7. And this is a home game. I think Giannis is going to find a way to be motivated. I think Budenholzer will learn from his mistakes. And I'm going to take the Bucks in 7. And it's going to be hard. That's a hard one for me. And I know there are Heat fans out there that know me. And I'm sorry that I did not pick the Heat, but it's gonna be a tough series. It's gonna be much tougher for them this time, and I think the Bucks will pull away here this go round. Whew. Like I said, that was tough. All right,
tough for me.
All right, let's now get to the board of the West Coast. I didn't quite necessarily put a nice little graphic for the Jazz here, but the Jazz are the 1 seed, and they get home court advantage. And as you see, they're a plus 700 favorite. They're the 4th, tied in 4th favorites for sports books. But as far as the Jazz, man, do y'all think the Jazz are getting the respect they deserve? First and foremost, Chris, I'll start with you with that one because they're the number 1 seed. I know Donovan Mitchell's been out with ankle injury, and obviously he'll be back. But are the Jazz getting the respect they deserve? And do you think that how good are their chances to win the NBA title?
Hey man, Utah is wide, but for some odd reason, they kind of remind me. You remember those Toronto Raptors and Atlanta Hawks number 1 seeds years ago? Like everyone's like, oh, they won 60 games and they did this and then they ran into LeBron. you know, you just knew. Like that's how I feel about Utah. Like I feel the same way about Phoenix. I just feel like those teams, while the team, I think they may have arrived maybe a year too early because I just in a series against the Lakers, in a series against that, I don't see them winning those series at all, and I don't even think that series would go the distance. Even if let's just say 8 seed, I think Golden State could upset Utah in the first round. That's just how I feel about the Jazz. I don't think what's Donovan Mitchell gonna look like? We hadn't seen him play in how long? And Mike Conley's been battling. So I just don't know what to expect from the Utah Jazz in the playoffs. I do know that teams like the Lakers and the Clippers don't fear them.
Utah Jazz were 31-5 this year at home, or is it 31-4? Doesn't matter, but they had a great home record. That's going to be a big key for me. Yeah, and plus we could talk about the Suns as well. I mean, like I said, what a great year. But we could add the Suns into this because the Suns had an amazing season. I mean, for their standards. I mean, Chris Paul and Monty Williams, they came in there and they just made a huge difference. And they built that momentum from the bubble, but those guys just put it to a whole nother level. What do you think? And what do you think about Chris Paul's leadership this year and Monty Williams' leadership at that?
Man, listen, Chris Paul, if not for the seasons by Joker and Steph, Paul is probably the MVP of the league. And Monty Williams has always been a coach that, to me, like from the outside looking in, of course, well liked, very, very calm demeanor, and it seems like he gets the most out of his players. Like all the stops that he's been, like his teams. So I think that they've done a phenomenal job. I do think that Phoenix is a piece away. Now, I said early in the season that piece could have been traded to me before all of this stuff in Philly went down, and Philly figured out that Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid could play together. But I see something, and they got the first two parts, which is getting you a veteran point guard, and then getting, just needs something else. I can't figure out what it is though. But with what they have this year, they've done an excellent job.
They have, man. I've never been impressed with the Suns this year. What Chris Paul has done. And like I said, I'll give you my prediction for them soon. But it's just been I think the Suns have been great. Like I said, Devin Booker, I think it's helped Devin Booker a lot. And I just like the run that they've been on this year. I mean, getting a 2 seed in the West, that's a huge accomplishment. Nick, you go ahead and talk about the Jazz and the Suns. What do you think about both those teams?
I pretty much, agree with the sentiments of Chris. Unfortunately, those Atlanta and Toronto teams, like he said, when they met LeBron, it was downhill.
Right.
I think Phoenix will put up a good fight, but if Utah, if Donovan Mitchell been out and Mike Conley, it's gonna be kind of hard to create that chemistry in the first round, especially if they get Steph Curry. I mean, if they can contain Steph, then then life is good. But after the first round, like I said, who they got next? But out of the Clippers or the Mavs, so they get the Clippers. They ain't beating the Clippers.
Did you say the Suns or the Jazz?
Jazz.
The Jazz. Jazz will play the Clippers and the Mavs. Jazz.
And the Suns, if they get
because they would play the Lakers if the Lakers win.
If they win, yes. If they win, we'll see.
All right. Oh. All right. Let's jump into a couple of series here. Let's start with the Nuggets and the Blazers, man. It's gonna be a good series. I hate that Jamal Murray is out with a torn ACL for this series. I truly am. And Nikola Jokic obviously definitely gonna win the MVP this year. Obviously they got a good group of man. I mean, obviously you got Michael Porter Jr., you got Aaron Gordon, who they picked up this year, but man, without Jamal Murray, man, this is tough. And plus, the Blazers. Let's talk about them. Damian Lillard has had put this team on his back for a good while. Okay, there was been some injuries with Nurkic and and cancer. No, not cancer. What's it again? No. But I know CJ McCollum, Damian Lillard, obviously this has been a good backcourt. I know Damian Lillard's had his injuries this year. And Terry Stotts, this is definitely a hot seat season for him. after this season. I think he's pretty much gone regardless no matter how far they go. I think they'll be done. But this is gonna be a tough one for me. I am actually going to take the Blazers here, and that is definitely good. I think the Blazers will pull this off. I think Lillard and McCollum will definitely find a way to pull it off, and I think they'll pull it off in Game 6. Man, and I said that was a tough one for me. Nick, what do you think?
Blazers.
Oh,
and you know my man Melo.
Oh God,
put some respect on Melo's name, man. Melo.
Mm-hmm.
I too. Well, I don't know the Blazers with Nikola Jokic. You know, with Jamal Murray gone, they actually haven't really stopped winning. So you know, Jokic can play the point forward or point center, and still get everybody involved and win. But you know, I still rock with the Blazers on this one. I think the Blazers is 7.
Oh, on the road.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dame gonna put him out. He gonna give him that wave. Give him that wave. Yep, give him that wave.
Wow.
On Michael Porter Jr.
Wow. All right, Chris, who you got in the series?
Nuggets. I've got the Nuggets in 7, and I say it with a caveat. I love Dame Lillard. Like the dude. Yes, and first of all, yes, he's not only a dope basketball player. He's the dude is just. And I hate to see him in this situation in Portland, like year after year after year, and it's almost like the greatest years of a great player just waste away. You know, and I just think that.
Right.
You know, obviously Terry Stotts is probably what happens. I mean, I just think that it's time. But I don't. Portland is not consistent enough. You know what I'm saying? Like Dame is going, CJ is going to give you what he gives you. It's saying, but I just think Denver, you know, is just better together. And injury, I think that Michael Porter Jr. has stepped up enough for me to trust the Nuggets enough to beat the Blazers, you know, over the course. And much like Milwaukee in the East, I think that, you know, losing this series for Portland is going to set new changes that'll take place in the offseason.
Yeah, it could be, man. It's a big one for the Blazers here. Much bigger for them than it is for the Nuggets. I just feel bad that Jamal Murray's not playing this game. Not in this series. Go ahead.
Dame Lillard's, you know, I hate to say it, you know, if Dame Lillard doesn't, you know, get to where he wants to get to in this playoffs, it's kind of looking like the KG era in Minnesota. You know, in all them years he was in Minnesota.
Yep.
You know, busting his salt, trying to get that team to the promised land. You might have to pull that number.
Wow. Now, that's big. No, that's a good analogy. Both of y'all came up with some good points, man. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm going to pick the Blazers, but I'm definitely saying that, you know, just we'll see if they'll take it in 6 games. It can happen. It can definitely happen. All right, let's talk about the other series here. The Clippers and the Mavs. Clippers, obviously, they've rested Paul George, they've rested Kawhi Leonard, and they definitely will be back. I know they've had some of their issues and injuries as of late. But man, Luka Doncic, talk about a guy that's put their team on his back all season long, like literally all season. There's one person I know that one person that ever put a team on his back except for Luka Doncic. Okay, I know Kristaps is there, but man, it's like it feels like Luka has to do it all for that team. For me personally, all of it. I don't think it will be enough. He will be the best point guard, obviously on the floor, but now you have Rajon Rondo. Okay, I know Tyronn Lue is now the coach of the Clippers. I'm betting Paul George and Kawhi Leonard and those guys to pull through in this series. I'm going to definitely take them in 5, just like it was. You know, I'm not quite. Let's see, pretty much like in the bubble. They're going to take care of the business. The Clippers will advance and will play the Jazz in the conference finals. Nick, who do you think? What do you think about the Clippers and the Mavs?
Clippers in 5.
Clippers in 5.
Yeah, it's going to be easy. It's going to be a gentleman's sweep. You know, Luka's going to find his way to cross out of one of the games. And yeah, I mean, playoff P is gonna actually show up this year. And Rondo, you know, he's the X factor for the Clippers. I actually think the Clippers have a shot of making the finals. You know, I know they're gonna make the Western Conference Finals. You know, especially with Rondo being there. I mean, I just don't think the Mavericks have enough firepower, to do much of anything.
Right.
They're gonna look good losing. That's about it.
Right. Yep. All right, Chris, what do you think about this series?
Yeah, that's funny that y'all say that because I had it written down right here. Clippers in 5. Clippers 4 games. The one over the Mavericks. You're right, Ron. It seems like, and you're also right, Nick, that Rondo, the addition of Rondo, is such a big deal. That's all they were missing a voice in the locker room. Rondo doesn't even have to go out on the court and be awesome. All he has to do is be a voice and put people in their place. Kawhi wasn't going to do that. Paul George is not going to do that, and they just didn't have that veteran piece. And although Patrick Beverly is of the voice that team needed, and they got tired of hearing his voice and Doc Rivers' voice. And I just think the Clippers just have a sense of determination, of desperation, because they let everyone down last year. We were Lakers in the conference finals last year, and the Clippers didn't do their part. Right. So yeah, Clippers in 5.
Yep, it looks like all our minds are made up. Clippers moving on to semifinals. But all right, it's now time for the big reveal, though. It's time for the big prediction. Who will go on top and who will win the NBA title this year? Nick, go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Who you said what? What's the question?
Who's gonna win the NBA title?
Oh, I thought that's what you said. Hey, look, this, you see this logo? That's gonna win the NBA Finals. All right. If not them, these fellas right here.
What?
All right, it's one of the two. One of the two, baby. One of the two, baby. One of the two, baby.
Don't y'all listen to that? Maybe the Nets, but don't listen to the Knicks. No, the Knicks are not winning.
Brooklyn is going to win.
Okay, who's going to these conference finals then, Nick? I'm curious. What your thoughts on these
conference? The Knicks and the Nets.
Oh my God. I'm not saying.
You call me delusional?
No, I'm not saying you're delusional.
No, you want to be realistic? All right, maybe Philly. We give them Philly. If that's what you want, we give them Philly.
No, go
Philly
ahead.
Philly and the Nets. And then, nobody's going to be able to stop James Harden. That's what's going to happen.
You might as well stick with your guns.
Joel Embiid going, and now if the Nets and Philly make it, Joel Embiid going to have some numbers out of this world.
Yes, he is.
They are not stopping that man.
No, they're not.
Ben Simmons is going to be the reason they lose.
Ben Simmons? Wow.
They going to let him shoot. He play for us. Let him shoot. He play for us.
Oh my God.
He play for us. Let him shoot.
Oh my God. All right, Chris, your turn, man. Go ahead. Who you got in the NBA Finals? Who you think's going on?
I've got the Brooklyn Nets, the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA Finals, and I think again, even still. And a healthy Anthony Davis, I just think the Lakers have too much to not come out of the West. Motivated Clippers squad. Now, I think the Clippers are the only team out West that can beat the Lakers in a 7-game series. I still believe the Lakers somehow find a way to get to the finals. And I don't know that they can stop Brooklyn because I know that Kyrie, I would assume that Kyrie has this thing, with. Remember that little friction they had where he said he didn't want to be sunned by LeBron because he has a father and all of that. I mean, I know that is in his mind. I know that KD wants to one up LeBron, so that's in KD's mind. And James Harden has never won anything, and so no one's stopping the Brooklyn Nets, man.
Did you even pick a Western Conference team?
Who?
Did you even pick a Western Conference team? I don't think
you matter.
Did. No, it does. Who's the Nets gonna be in the NBA Finals?
The Clippers.
He didn't pick what?
The Clippers. They're gonna beat the Clippers because the Lakers ain't get past the Clippers. And because of Rondo. And Rondo gonna be talking real tough, and Patrick Beverly gonna be laughing on the sideline.
Oh my God. Oh man. All right.
And you're gonna see LeBron get a tech and cuss for the first time on a playoff stage. And Bev and maybe not Rondo, but Patrick Bev, because like you're not even playing.
I just look at these betting odds again, man. This is just absolutely crazy. I'm gonna go. Whew. All right. God knows. I want to pick the Sixers. Honestly, I really do. Because I know Joel is gonna pick the boys up.
You pick them, don't mean it's gonna come true.
Ooh, boy. All right. Western Conference. I'm gonna say. Yes, I'm gonna say. God, I'm gonna go. You know what? If they're healthy enough, I'm gonna go Lakers. I'm gonna go and do it because they. I mean, if AD and LeBron is healthy enough, man, who's gonna stop them? Who? I mean, seriously. I mean, they can lose games.
What'd you say?
You heard what I said. Okay. And I'm gonna go for the Eastern Conference. Then I would have to go. I'm gonna go. Who? God, the East is tough. The East is tough because I know it's the Nets and the Sixers. I would have them Eastern Conference Finals. Oh my God,
tough.
It's tough between those three. It'll be tough between those three decisions.
I don't think it's that hard. I think you got it right in front of your face. Just look to the right and a little bit up to the top. You see you see your destiny. Right?
Oh my God. I gotta go. I mean, who's gonna stop Joel Embiid? And the Nets gonna stop Joel Embiid. Is anyone gonna stop Joel Embiid?
No need to. We just all need to do is let Ben shoot.
Ben Simmons is gonna stop
Let him shoot. You play for us.
Oh my God. Let me go. And Doc Rivers is their coach. Let's God. Okay, I'm gonna go Lakers. This is probably the hardest one I've ever picked. I'm gonna go Lakers. And I'm gonna go. God, it's gotta be either the Nets or the Sixers. I'm gonna go. Y'all, I'm sorry. This is like the hardest pick.
I don't know why. Let him shoot. Let him shoot. He put DeAndre Jordan on Ben Simmons. He gonna stand at the free throw line for the whole game. Wait for him to drop in the lane.
Right. I'm gonna go Nets. I'm gonna go Nets in the finals.
Yeah, that's a good man.
And then I'm just gonna go. God knows it's crazy. I'm gonna pick the Lakers. I'll pick the Lakers here. Even though Harden and Kyrie Irving will be the toughest backcourt.
You saying the Lakers are going to repeat? The nerve of you people. The nerve of people like you and people watching and people all around the world think LeBron is going to save the day. But it's not happening. You understand me? He got lucky last year. Everything just fell right in his lap. He had to win it. Understand me? Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. The Clippers fell apart. The Nuggets weren't supposed to be there.
I think last year last year was just different. It was really different, and it did sort of like everyone last year, in my opinion, and in Nick's opinion. But this year is going to be a lot tougher. These are under more normal circumstances.
It's gonna be tough. I know. Like I said, I'm nervous about the Nets because I know how good they are offensively. I know they're good.
Don't you worry about us. Don't you worry.
My prediction could change later. I know that. I have a right to change my pick later. Just like the rest of us.
You see this Muhammad Ali thing in the back. The next time you see this, you're gonna see James Harden, KD, all right, Kyrie, all three of them standing together like the G-Unit photo, beg for mercy.
Oh my God, man. All right. Before we get out of here, I like to do this, our little parting shots. I probably should have typed it, but definitely our parting shots. We'll definitely start with you, Chris. It could be anything sports, entertainment, or just anything related. Chris, I'll start with you. Is there anything you want to get off your chest before we go?
Yeah, man. I had life goals for myself, right? And my 2 life goals were this. The first one was my life, and the second one was to go to college and find me and then marry me, a fine-ass black woman. right? Accomplish those
Right.
things. But no, on a serious note,
Yes.
on a serious note, man, it's I think this is an important time in our society for people to find something that they enjoy doing for as long as they can. And when you begin to do that, you begin to find purpose. And I want people to sit down and identify and start finding purpose for their life and in their life.
Absolutely, man. That's definitely well said. Well said, Chris. And thankfully, nobody saw what happened to our picture. It fell down. As we were talking.
Muhammad Ali felt some type of way about my beg for mercy comment.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was looking fine all night. He got a little offended. I don't know.
All right, Nick. What's your thoughts? Any last 20 shots for you?
It's kind of hard to top what he just said.
Yeah, I know it is.
Should let him go last.
We should probably let him go last.
I don't not much. Same thing he said. Right now, it's like you gotta look at yourself and look at the surrounding areas of what's going on in America. Like you said, if you're trying to do something in your life, take your shot, man. Shoot. It's never too late.
Mm-hmm.
I tell that to my crew all the time when I'm working with them. It's never too late. To follow your dream. Don't let nobody tell you that different. So I always encourage my crew to, I like you here. I want you to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want you to, not live out your dreams trying to please me. So
right.
I'm always encouraging you, go out, live your dreams. I help you get there if I can help you.
Mm-hmm.
And I say the same thing to myself. We all make decisions and procrastinate on certain things sometimes. But, sometimes you got to shoot that shot and gamble,
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, look at the story. People like, man, how you do that? How she do that? You just got to make them sacrifices. It's not going to fall in your lap.
Mm-hmm.
Always remember that. It's not going to fall in your lap. You got to put in that work.
Yes.
Right now, cryptocurrency is my work. It's my work.
Yes. I'm going to have fun with mine. But yes, follow your dreams. Definitely shout out to J. Cole on a great album for the off season. That was well done. Definitely well done album. I was wondering what was going to happen to him after a pretty long album layoff, but he did his thing. Well done to J. Cole for sure.
Monster.
I know, yes, it was.
You see that? You saw that Cam feature?
Yeah.
You saw that?
Oh no!
You saw that Dipset feature?
I was wondering if you finally heard that track. What did you think of 95 South? You must just go.
I just think it was fantastic. I couldn't believe it. I said, "Boy, J. Cole, you know how to find a legend and put him on a track." Cam is a legend. Don't you ever forget it. I don't care what them lyrics say. Them lyrics is better than what they're going on right now. Well, not right now, but they the same.
Right. Oh my goodness. And my
life and Let Go My Hand are some of the dopest tracks.
Yeah, he is instantly in the running for album of the year. Instantly, like overnight.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. And I know there's so many other shout outs I have, but I forgot. But I wanted to say this about women's sports real quick. Shout out to WNBA, NWSL, and all other women doing their thing in sports. I'm glad companies and some shows are now starting to realize they need to focus on this. Okay. Ratings are going to go up for the WNBA. The support of WNBA is just incredible right now. And I think this year, this is their biggest year that they'll have. I thought last year was their most important because of everything that was going on with the pandemic and what was going on with social justice. But this year will be their biggest year to climb. And I'd like to say good for them to finally do their thing. I know there's so many other things I got to shout out, but I right now my mind is nowhere. I can't think of anything else right now, man. I'm just glad the show went well and we got it done in now 4 minutes. That usually does not happen when we do these things. So that's actually a great thing. Give ourselves a hand for that. And thank you all, man. I mean, I definitely want to thank y'all. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. I mean, that we had suffered, but it's okay. I'm glad it's our first video show. I feel like I felt it feels like a big accomplishment. And I feel like this next time we go on, man, it's gonna be, we're just gonna keep getting bigger, just keep bigger and grow from there.
Yeah, and I have one more thing to say.
Oh wait, you know what? Before, go ahead. I'll let you do that.
Let me tell you something. You all be careful how you treat these people who are working in these essential workers or I guess restaurant, hospitality fields. They've been out here since the pandemic started.
Mm-hmm.
No breaks. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just are not running into the building to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because everybody's still collecting on their unemployment or whatever have you. So
mm-hmm.
Be mindful when you go into these establishments. Everybody, you know, it ain't a full deck working with in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Physically and some of them mentally. So don't come in there expecting so much.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, just kind of be patient with them. And them PPP scammers, I'm gonna pray for you because they coming. They out here. They got a list of you.
Mm.
So they out here. Those of you think you gonna get away? The feds want their money. How you think you gonna beat the feds? I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, Chris, you got anything else to add before we sign off?
Just you know, you guys, the two of you, for working as hard as you do, for putting this together, for keeping people in sports and in issues outside of sports. I know, Ron, you are very much into women's sports and sports in general, man. And so we're grateful for a person like you who keeps us all informed and updated on a lot of things. Is that we probably annoy the hell out of Ron because we expect to hear breaking news and from him before we even get it from ESPN and other sources. So Ron, listen, then we're getting on Ron like traded. We need to know from you. We call it the Ron bombs.
Right.
Yeah, man. Just wanted to take that. You guys, we wanted to, I just wanted to take the time to give you guys your flowers. While you're still here. And I don't think people do that with others, man. You guys are fantastic. Y'all are brothers, from another mother. And I love you guys, and I love your mother like she's my own, and I appreciate everyone that you do it for.
We appreciate it, man. Your hard work has been impeccable as far as Chris inspires you. I know.
Impactful.
Yes. I think that's what I meant to say. But anyway, definitely going, I know before the pandemic, you were definitely out there going to see the kids. I know you've had your garden. Yes, absolutely. Get his merchandise. Get his merch. That's the kids, but that's what kids say. Merch. Get his merch. And obviously, I know you've been working hard on your garden for sure. Like I said, man, we definitely appreciate you and your hard work for what you've done. Because I'll tell you right now, trying to motivate kids, I know it's easier said than done. I know that,
right?
And you definitely take pride in that, and we definitely appreciate you for that. Okay, we're gonna pop his name one more time. Okay, all right. So there's Instagram. There's the Chris Inspires You. Definitely look for it. Okay. Now, there's one more thing we need to talk about because we didn't have a chance to. Nick, you need to lead this one because this is the type of nonsense you love.
What are you talking about?
Kwame Brown.
Oh,
you gotta lead this next one because
Kwame Brown wanted all the smoke, baby. He wanted all the smoke. Becky with the good hair. Put your pants up, put your pants up, Steven. Huh? You understand? Gilbert Arenas, I heard you like them Ivy League folk. I ain't know you hung out in the hood. I'm gonna keep it like that because I ain't gonna say what he said.
Right.
You can paraphrase how you want. He like to hang in the PWIs. He don't hang with the HBCU. He took money out the man's mouth. So long story short, Kwame Brown wanted to smoke, man. All day long. I ain't think the man had it in him. But he did. And I mean, he ain't say nothing too wrong. I mean, if anybody, he should have been. I don't remember what all Steven Jackson and all them said, but if anybody he should be looking for Stephen A. because he been dragging that man for years without any hesitation. So, I mean, you got a right to defend yourself, and And Kwame Brown is right. Some things is a fraternity. In the NBA, certain things happen that's supposed to be within the family. That's not supposed to be the public to hear or see. But they are in the media game, and so all I can say is, you can't get mad what you hear from people say. It's their opinions, and you got a right to defend yourself. Like right now, I'm pretty sure Eric Bledsoe might have something to say to me after the night if he hear this. Kyle Lowry, I'm ready, and a few others. But it's just based on opinion and seeing, And shout out to my brother, Just Blaze. He's he's our brother too. He couldn't really be here tonight. He had to Just Blaze, and he DJs as well. So he just started DJing.
Yes, he's very good.
Excellent. So you keep on the lookout for him. In the Charlotte area, he will be out there if you like for him to come DJ your parties. Hit him up on Instagram at Just Blaze, or Facebook. He might not be on that, but Instagram for sure.
What do you think of his PPP comment, real quick? You see that?
PPP is safe as long as you snitch. Hey man, they got a list of you. So don't think you ain't going. Hey man, it's 8. I'm telling y'all, if y'all listening, there's 8 different federal bureaus investigating this stuff. 8 different. You going to jail. All right, pay the money, give it back. I'm telling you, they coming. You may not think it's gonna happen today, but it's gonna happen. And I know a few people around the way and back and down south, then they got caught up. Yeah, they were missing in church. Maseratis parked in the back. Under a tarp at their mama house. Come on, man. What we doing, man? What we doing out here, man?
Oh boy. Hold on, we got one more comment. All right, but y'all, I know we're gonna go. I know you read it.
I ain't paying that man no mind.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get out of here, man. Because I know I would talk.
Shout
more.
out to my niece Key,
yes.
Kiera. She talk a lot of junk, but she's a good young lady. Love you to death, but make sure them grades is right. Uncle Nick said, like he said, he don't raise no clowns.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. But we need to go ahead. We all need to get going, man. Definitely want to thank you all for watching our first show. Hopefully, there'll be better news for Aaron Rodgers when things get better.
Right. We'll say that for another day.
We'll save that for another day because we'll be here for too long. But thank you. We'll say that. We're gonna say it about everyone. Thank you all for watching the first video episode of Ron Nick's Rundown. We're definitely going to be back with you soon. Thank you all very much. I know me and Nick will have some good content for you guys soon. Nick will definitely have his soon. He'll announce that eventually.
Sneaker gang.
Yeah, he'll involve that. But Chris, thanks again. Hold on.
Sneaker gang.
Just preview it now. Now.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Chris.
Cats think my game ain't tight. The Grateful Dead. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody's likes or looks, but if these resale for about $1,800 on StockX,
he'll share you all that one eventually. Okay, Chris, you don't like it, Chris?
What's the retail price? Not. Retail price $130. We talking $1,800.
I get why you.
All right, y'all. Let's go. We got to go ahead for real. For real. All right, y'all. Everybody, thank you. We're gonna get going. Thank you all for watching our show, man. Thank y'all, and those of you will be on demand. I'm gonna share it tomorrow. Well, no, I'm gonna share it soon. But and those of you keep watching anytime, thank you all so much, man. We definitely appreciate it. I feel a big accomplishment. Thank you all. Thank you, Chris, Nick. Thank you, of course. Y'all enjoy the NBA play-in tournament starting tomorrow. Enjoy the playoffs this weekend. Just enjoy it, period. All right. See you.